Hi friends, my name is Kenton Whitman, and together with my family, we aim to share wilderness skills, mindfulness practices, wild edible plants, family adventures, and skills that break you free from the limits of civilized life. Join us by subscribing to our channel and joining our YouTube family.
Hi.
Hey friends! Well, I first of all want to say thank you to you for being courageous enough to share what you're going to share today. I mean, I know you've done a lot of sharing, emotional sharing on your other channel and on this channel too. But, you know, for a lot of people, it's embarrassing or whatever to share things about feelings. But basically, there's going to be a needle, a shot in this video. So if you are super sensitive to that, this may not be the video for you. But I think it would be safe to say...
We'll give them a warning and you can just skip that part.
Yeah. It'd be safe to say that you were super sensitive to needles. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, you guys couldn't tell me the day, 2 days or 3 days before we were going to go to the doctor's office to get a shot, because I would just freak out, like totally freak out for the whole however long until we were going to do it. And I just got super anxious and
Super anxious. I mean,
about
it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
And so you, for whatever reason, you've often been low iron. So we had to get a blood draw, basically. And we have a friend who's a medical practitioner. And
we're very lucky that she could just come into our house and do it right here, and we didn't have to go into town or anything.
Yeah.
She just came over, and it was somebody we knew really well and we really liked. So
but it still meant that you knew this was coming.
A little nervous.
And you were having, So we talked about using a technique, and it's the same one. I know it's cold out.
I'm sorry if my lips start sounding weird because it's kind of cold.
It's kind of cold. It's the same one I used for my leg when I got a piece of little shrapnel in my leg. But do you want to explain what you did, and so people could understand this? Because this is a technique that you could use for anything that you are nervous or anxious about, like giving a speech, going to see somebody, doing something like this. Yeah.
Okay, so you go to some place where you can. I found it really hard when I was in my room doing this and there were people talking. So if you can get complete silence, that's really great. You can have the light on or off, whatever works. I had it off the whole time. It just helped me focus. But basically you're going to kind of imagine whatever you're going to go do. Imagine it happening like as bad as it can get. So if you're doing a speech, let's say, you totally just drop your paper and then you trip and then you say the completely wrong words in the wrong place, and just imagine it going like absolutely horrible, and then when you actually do it, it's fine. It's like I went through something that was super bad. Now my lips are getting bad. Super bad. So this is very easy.
We're utilizing that part of our brain that can't really tell the difference between something that's imagined and something that is a reality. For a lot of us, that's what the anxiety is we start to imagine things in our mind
happening.
And because we can't tell the difference, but here you consciously go in and you say, I'm going to utilize that part of my mind. I'm going to think of the thing I'm going to face, do it in a really extreme way. And when we do that and we come out the other side of it, and you know, you can have it happening in an extreme way. You can drop everything and say the wrong stuff, but then just start laughing at yourself and walk off the stage. So you can have the terrible stuff happen, but you don't have to take it seriously in that imagination thing. And then again, like you said, when you encounter the real thing, it's not as bad. So we're going to cut to the part where you actually get your blood drawn.
I'm so cold. Okay.
So what did you do today other than go for a hike in the woods?
Well, we went Amishing, which was fun, and we were trying to kind of went.
Where did you go?
We went to get milk, as we normally do.
Yep.
We then, well, we went to one discount store, not the one down the hill, but the upper one.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is probably. Oof, they're both really interesting. I like the upper one probably better because the downer one has oil lamps, and the oil lamps really don't smell very good. So when we're down there, it kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But that one has a lot of fun stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, so we since Brett is kind of having trouble plowing his driveway, we thought we should get a horse to plow the driveway. So we went and looked in the Amish booklet. And that.
The Wisconsin Shopper or a different one?
Okay. Yeah, that's the name of it. We're not gonna go look at him. There was this little 6-month-old stud colt, which we probably don't, but it was a Frisian Percheron cross, and so we were like, oh my gosh, we should go look at him. But we didn't because he was only 6 months old, and the horse has to be 4 to be able to do heavy flowers. So we thought that's just not gonna work because 5.
We talked to Chester about a plow.
A lot of time, and we talked to Chester about a plow.
He's gonna.
A snow plow.
He's gonna check with a friend that might have one. So next week we might go look at a single horse plow.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Hold that right there.
Oh, actually, somebody's standing.
How'd that go, Mirabelle?
Good.
You done already, Mirabelle?
It's done.
Way to go, girlfriend.
All right. So how was it? Did it help?
I think it especially helped beforehand.
Beforehand, yes.
So when it was actually happening, I was kind of pretty nervous right when it happened because it's pretty hard to avoid unless you're like super
Your lips are getting cold.
Super Jedi Ninja Master. But so I was a little nervous before, like right beforehand. And then it still hurt, but it, just as much as it normally would. But beforehand, I wasn't nervous really at all. And I just kind of hung out and with Liliana and Eminence Rose, which is
Some friends of yours?
Yeah. And
So-
we just hung out, and I was very carefree. And then when it actually happened, I was a little nervous right beforehand, but then fine. So it really helped beforehand, which is kind of where I was having trouble.
That was the tough part before. It was
Yeah.
the whole leading up. So all you had to face was the experience itself rather than that whole lead up of imagining how terrible it could
Yeah.
be. Way to go. Awesome. So this is something any of us can use. As you see, it's not a cure-all. It doesn't make everything better. But if you can really imagine strongly and use this tool, it can be super effective for just getting rid of that pre-anxiety that we often feel about so many things in our life.
Lots.
So if you try this out, let us know.
Yeah, tell us
And
how it worked, what it did.
yeah, and what you used it for, or if you've done anything similar, we would love to hear. All right. Love to you all. We'll talk with you in the comments.